So as most of you know, we're getting to the end of the year, and what I can tell you is that Apple has maintained, their legendary status, which they were throughout this whole entire year. I really don't think they've had a crazy huge slip up. I mean, I complain a lot about Apple because I love them, I use their products, and therefore I'm going to have an opinion on them. If I use a Samsung or LG or something, I'd probably have an opinion on those more so. But with Apple, they've taken a huge risk when it comes down to their software, enhancements, in my opinion. And a huge battle that's going on right now with Apple is pretty much between Apple and Facebook. Now, within iOS 14, some of you may know this or not, but they actually implemented the security feature, aka meaning that if, a specific app was using your thing in the background, if they're using your camera or they're using your data or whatever, they would be able to basically have a pop-up saying, do you want them to basically, use your data, basically opting in rather before you were actually opting out of it. So this is something that was pretty much changed up within iOS 14, and Facebook as a whole is pretty much in the center point of this because they were putting out a bunch of these things saying that, iOS 14, this is bad for, brands like them and businesses like them who rely on user data, and now they're going to have way less data to basically make decisions on. And this was something where, as a consumer such as myself, I'm trying to be all weird about it. A person who buys iPhones like me, a person who uses Apple products, I don't know that much about these things. I don't know everything that goes on in the back end. All I know is that I want to have a secure phone, and, I want to, have a secure phone without having to go through all the hoops and all these different things. And within iOS 14, with all these security enhancements, that makes me as a user feel really, really nice that Apple is actually, putting security first rather than putting security last. And I'm not trying to say Google phones are any different. I'm sure there's a little bit of difference between them, but definitely when it came down to it, Apple was on the forefront of this, and Mark Zuckerberg actually, or Facebook as a company, put out this little newspaper article or whatever it was saying it was like really bad for their company or something. And Tim Cook went onto Twitter and pretty much stated that, this is our decision. We want, basically our customers to have, an opinion on this and have a say in their security and all this stuff. And that's pretty much where we're at. And I don't think, and the best thing is about this is that Apple doesn't seem to be swaying away from this. They want to still maintain this specific viewpoint. And that is the strongest thing that Apple could have said. This is such an amazing thing that they were going for, in my opinion, because security, I mean, I've been using an iPhone as a main phone for a couple of years now. And I can tell you, I've had my biggest complaints are never with the security of this phone. My biggest complaints are like with random bugs or the battery life not standing, the battery life not lasting all day, or the performance being a little weird. My complaints are very rarely ever about the security of these devices. I may use it as like a bargaining chip if I'm like in the middle of a rant. I might say something like, oh, Apple, aren't you supposed to have the most secure phones, whatever, what happened here? And this, I can definitely tell you throughout my time owning it, it's been a very good experience overall, and it's definitely never been an issue with the security. And with Facebook, it makes you wonder why they're starting and, really going down this rabbit hole of, it kind of reminds me of, Fortnite in a way. They kind of bit the hand that fed them, and then they did this, and then they started going at them, and I don't even know where they're at now. And with Facebook, it's kind of the same thing, but it seems like they were biting the hand that fed them for a very, very long time, and they kind of got used to it. And now they kind of want to switch away from that. And that kind of seems to be the way we're going now. So, and that's just one, example of why Apple, in my opinion, is still number one. This was a prime example of that. They did such a tremendous job at handling this. And Tim Cook's tweet, I don't even know how many likes it got or whatever, but I thought it was a very, good thing to do in a time like that. I mean, how else are you supposed to respond to a huge company like that? So in terms of that pretty much covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that means so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.